yo, I know that's quite weird standing on my knees, and you may have a question, what are you doing, Rafael? And I'll tell you. Today we are training core, forearms, and we are doing cardio. I'm usually doing it twice a week, that's why I'm just gonna record it once, and hopefully next time we'll upgrade it somehow. I don't know yet how, but we'll see. So yeah, and now on my knees, because I'm doing crunch using cable machine, and for that I'm using V-bar because I hate using it with the rope. I don't know how you people doing cable crunch with a rope. It just hurts. It's just uncomfortable. But yeah, usually firstly I really hope you're gonna see me because I put on 0.5, which will probably reduce the quality of the video, and I'm very sorry about that. So yeah, I will put 80 kg, which is a little bit less than my weight. As far as I'm concerned, right now I'm 85 or 87. So yeah, what I usually do is, of course, taking the V-bar. You probably don't see that yet, but I'm taking it at the highest point I can. So basically here, then making few steps back, bringing the bar closer to my forehead, then pulling my head behind. So now all I have to do is to do crunch. The only problem is I don't really know if I'm doing it properly, the crunch itself, because I watched a lot of videos and I'm still confused. But as far as I understood, I don't need to move my back, but do the movement as it would be a normal crunch. The booty should be in a static position as far as I'm concerned, and no. And the back doesn't move. All that is working is my abs. Actually, I'm very scared that they don't hear me because on the last video I had to cut a lot of parts just because the microphone was pressing on me and I was talking and it was making like very weird noises. So yeah. All right. All right. After doing ab crunch, I'm moving straight to forearms. So I'm doing like a superset because I find it like the best when it comes to time management. And you'll see what I'm doing for forearm. With forearms, what I usually do, I'm doing something like weird when it comes to position of my legs, just because we don't have like a proper bench that we could adjust in terms of the height. Therefore, doing it with a bench is not possible for me. That's why I'm using my legs, and you'll see now. What I'm using is just straight bar. Then I'm placing my legs high enough, pulling myself down, and like you need to feel that the bar, like the weights are already not laying down on each other, but in the air, so my wrists technically holding the whole weight. And what we want to do is for my forearms, just to do forearm curls, but not standing, but sitting. And repeating it as much as you can. Of course, I'm doing normal curls as well. But this one is priority because it's harder and I think it's more efficient. At least that's what my experience showed me. I'm sorry for mourning. It's painful. If you have a proper bar at the gym, like this rubber on it, you're very lucky. I don't have the rubber one, I have metal one, and the problem with metal one is it squeezes my skin inside and it's very painful. Like not because of the like not because it could scratch or whatever, not because it could scratch, but because of the surface. With rubber it would be easier. In terms of grip strength, I would say no. Okay, with rubber it would be easier, just because even if it pinch like, my skin on my wrist, it wouldn't hurt that much as it is with the metal bar. But yeah, usually I'm doing 3 sets of both ab crunch, ab curls, uh, abdominal crunch, and forearm curls. Then I'm moving to different exercise for forearms and different exercise for abdominals. Or I'm usually doing around 5 sets of abdominal crunch. Then I'm gonna do leg raises. And then I will probably do twists for the sides. And for forearms I'm gonna do brachyradialis. I think that's the name of this part, right? And probably again curls, but like unilateral curls with hammer curls. But that's all. That's all that I'm going to do for abs and forearms. So yeah, I will see you on the next exercise. All right. As I said, next exercise is leg raises. I hate leg raises. When it comes to do it like on a pull-up bar, I hate it. Because my forearms are giving up, and when they start giving up, my finger starts slipping. But I don't want to give up, that's why I'm squeezing it harder. Therefore I'm pinching my skin again and it's painful, especially after doing the forearm exercise. So I know maybe I should use straps, but straps don't really help. I don't understand like how people say that straps are helping you. They don't. They still hold it with your fingers, or maybe not with your whole hand, but with freaking fingers. Because if you will not, the strap will just unwrap itself, and that's all. Maybe I'm mistaken. Okay, maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. I used straps for 1 year. Nothing. Didn't feel anything new. But I injured my knees because once I wrapped it incorrectly when I was doing deadlifts and 100 kg fell on my knees. That's all. Anyways, let's try. Oh, the point here is to hold my legs as straight as possible. Then I will be able to focus on my abs. Trust me, it somehow works. If you are not feeling comfortable of holding like this, then just rotate. I have a natural grip. Okay. Ow. I know it's weird. It must feel weird when your fingers are stuck in a static position. I hate it. Anyways, I'm gonna show you now the next exercise for forearms that I'm doing. And then we're gonna move to the last exercise for abdominals I'm doing. This exercise I'm doing 3 sets, basic as all of the exercise for abdominals. Usually, if I don't feel like I trained them properly, I'm adding 1 or 2 sets. But yeah, let's move to the next exercise. Alright, and alright, and as for the forearms, Right now I'm gonna work on brachioradialis. I think that's the name of the muscle, I'm not sure, but like this part of the forearm. The same sit, same movement, just reversed. Okay, I'm not doing curls like this, but reversed wrist grip, and I'm like this. And it's all. Nothing changed. The same bar, the same position. You can just pull yourself a little bit back and put your legs the same way as I did. Right now, maybe it's gonna be comfortable for you. Next movement is hold the bar and you need to glue your elbows to your quads. This is the hardest part, and then just curl. Too much weight. Yep, okay. This one is very hard to do, and it's very hard to adjust and put the proper weight for me. But 30 should do. I think the only pleasant feeling after training forearms is feeling this burning feeling. It's feeling this burning feeling in your forearm. It's just such an interesting way of our body giving us feedback that, okay, you are reaching to your limit right now. Chill. Maybe it's not my limit, maybe I should push more till total failure, but I know that I'm gonna be able to pull more, and I don't really know how to do half reps here. Like, how would you possibly do half reps on reverse curls? Like, I don't know. Like, nothing comes to my head that wouldn't injure me, so yeah. Alright. Since we are done with the set, and superset, I would say, I will see you on the last exercise. Yeah. I will see you on the last exercise for abdominals, abdominal sides, and for forearms. See you in a second. Yeah, did it. Alrighty. Like I said, I'm doing Russian twists. Just because I don't really know proper exercise for abdominals. Like cable crunch, I know are the best ones. I'm not really sure if I need to do leg raises, if I can just spam cable crunch, because abdominals is one, like abdominal is just one muscle, right? So I can try it with one exercise, technically. So I'm not really sure. So I'm not really sure how my training program should look like for abdominals, abdominal muscles. Therefore, I just doing these free exercises and hope my abs will grow someday. Especially when I'm gonna lose weight and I will hopefully see abs and not just, flat tummy. Alright. I hope I'm doing the Russian twist correctly. As far as I know, you just need to hold your body in a V balance where it's like 120 degrees between your legs and upper body. So something like this. And then you twist. Ow. But you need to balance. Now the thing is that I don't know if my legs should be steady because I'm moving them and I don't know if it's good or bad. So if any of you is watching right now this video and knows how to do it properly, please let me know because I have zero idea. And none of the videos that I've watched so far kind of gave me a clear picture. I about this exercise. It's actually so hard to do it, especially when you're working when you were working the whole day and your back hurts. This exercise is just a huge torture. But gladly I'm doing only 2 sets of this one. Now I'll show you the last forearm exercise and we can keep going. Right, for forearms. Usually I'm doing hammer curls, but recently I found one exercise which I kind of liked. It's not necessarily for brachioradialis, but it's for this part. Like for this part of the forearm. Brachioradialis is usually this part. Curls for this part, and this exercise is for this part. Remaining one, I guess. What I usually do. I take the strap. I hope you see the strap actually. I put my hand inside. If it's gonna be uncomfortable, I will take out my hand inside. I'm just gonna pull this out. Again, holding it like this. I should probably take lower weight, but whatever. And then I'm just pulling it up. Just the wrist. That's basically all. I think a lot of arm wrestlers are doing it. Of course, I'm not arm wrestler, that's why I'm not doing it for competitions or whatever, but just for muscle growth and for strength. Of course, I'm doing it for both hands separately. I'm more worried about my left hand just because of injured wrist. Because when I just started training, I didn't know anything, and the method to learn is to make mistakes. But mistakes in bodybuilding never forgive you in terms of injuries, so you learn on your mistakes, but your body can't really fully recover from some injuries. Look at Ronnie Coleman right now. But anyways, that was all for the main part of the training. I will see you on cardio. Probably for cardio I'm going to do bicycle today and a little bit of Stairmaster at the end. If you will not see Stairmaster, then it means that I finished on that point. Okay, see you on the next exercise. Alright. I'm planning to do 30 minutes of bicycle on the speed 12. Usually I'm doing it that way. And if I'll have power later on, I will probably do Stairmaster. The problem is, I slept only 3 hours today due to my job schedule, unfortunately, and my location where I live. And I didn't properly eat because I didn't have time to cook. Therefore, I'm very weak. And because of that, I physically was not capable of doing like particular exercise or like more sets than I was planning to do. Therefore, I probably don't have proper pump. Additionally, I am bulking, so I have very substantial amount of fat. Therefore, nothing to show really. That's why I'm thinking of wrapping up here at least video for today. Again, I'm gonna do cardio for 30 minutes here. There won't be any pump video checks. Just because, again, I didn't get proper pump. Plus I'm fat right now, so you'll probably not see any abs or proper forearm pump. I mean, you can see it right now, but as I said, not much since I didn't do many reps. Yeah, whatever. Many reps and sets that would be sufficient, but whatever. I'm training my body, core. I'm training core and cardio twice a week. Therefore, If not today, I'm gonna catch up at the end of the week or the beginning of the week, already upcoming week, because I already did my cardio once this week and this is my second time. Anyways, that was a very short video compared to all my previous ones. Honestly speaking, I'm not really happy with the amount of engagements, since my videos are barely getting even like 50 views or like 5 likes. Of course I will try, I will not give up, because that's one of my dreams. Because right now I'm a computer science student and I don't really like doing programming, and well, to be honest, I kind of hate it. I have a lot of ideas, but I'll be probably a better role of a product designer or product manager or just CEO this idea than, or business owner, than the one who implements it all. Just because I kind of hate it, especially since coronavirus, the whole market is full of people. Like every time I'm trying to look for a job, it's like 100 plus people applying for one position after 1 hour of the job post being published. So it is what it is. One day I really want to make all this content my full-time job, where I will just dedicate myself fully to making cool videos, a lot of cool edits that I'm gonna post as in a form of shorts and like TikToks and reels, and at the same time focusing on like YouTube again, like proper editing, proper lighting. Hopefully in the future I'll have a proper camera and not just my iPhone 16 Pro that I bought a year and a half ago, with a proper notebook, because mine right now is like very laggy and it's very hard to even edit any videos. But it is what it is. I just need to roll with what I have, you know. Could be better, but we will need to work to earn it, you know. So yeah, I know that it may all seem very boring for you watching these videos, just a random guy training, but maybe one day you'll just pick up what I did, and when I'm gonna be like already jacked and big, and you'll try to follow the same path I did. Maybe you'll try to learn on my mistakes and increase your progress by like 20, 50 or even more percent, and seeing results faster than you could possibly. Because honestly speaking, I wasted my youth time. Like, I wasted a lot of time when I was just starting doing sports, and that led to dismotivating myself, and I stopped doing sports for a couple of years again, um, and so on. I couldn't be as relentless as I would want to be, but yeah, way too many mistakes did, too much money spent for nothing, way too many supplements tried and money wasted on them that didn't give me any effect. So yeah, again, my goal is to help you guys to deal with the stuff without you buying like all this programs that will make you jacked in a month, or like watching all these YouTubers who are already jacked and talking about something. Yes, maybe they have experience, but they can talk bullshit as well, you know, just telling you anything that you would like to hear just because they want more views. Of course I want more views as well, but I'll be honest, you see, like, I'm not jacked, I'm not big, I still have a lot of way to go. I'll post deep talks, like mental, like talks that will affect your mental health, which somehow helped me with mine. I will make cooking videos, what I cook, how much I eat, how many times per day, how did I determine for myself all these things, how did I learn, I will talk with you about my mistakes, about my training routine, make my training plans. You'll probably see a lot of training videos, which will be repeated, just because, like, I will probably not switch my training plan, at least not for now. If I do so, I will let you know. Because as far as I'm concerned, my second video was about full body training. During that period I was doing like 3 times a week full body training. Right now I switch my plan, just because full body 3 times a week is way too exhausting. So yeah, what I want to say is I would appreciate it if you could share this video with your friends. If you have someone you think needs a little bit more motivation, or someone who doesn't know what to do at the gym, you can always reach out to me, like through social media. I'll respond. I don't have like million followers or whatsoever. Even with these 9,000 followers that I have, they were from my past, and right now they're not active at all. So even if they would be still, I will still try my best to respond to all the messages. Therefore, yeah, I'll just appreciate any help, any support you could provide me with. I'm not even talking about financial support. If you want, of course, there is a link in the description to the video. But again, I would appreciate currently support in terms of like inviting people, putting likes, subscribing, writing comments, turning on the notifications, and staying on this path with me. But anyways, I got 21 minutes to go more. I will do it probably by myself already. Thank you for staying with me. Sometimes it feels actually not lonely when I'm talking to camera and understanding that this is my message to people who are watching this video. So you kind of don't feel really lonely at the gym. And maybe I should be a bit more emotional, but to be honest, I have way too much stress right now to think about that. In the future, maybe I'll be a bit more happier, but right now, it is what it is. Again, thank you for watching. I hope you liked this video. If you did, write in the comments below what did you like. If you didn't, write what you didn't like. If you think that I'm doing something wrong, explain it in the comments as well, please. If you want a little bit more elaboration on some exercise or something particular about me or the gym or my history, whatever experience, you can ask in the comments or write me. We can talk with you about it as well. Okay, I guess that's all I want to say. Thank you for staying with me. I wish you an amazing week, day, weekend, evening, afternoon, whatever time. You know, I just wish you great everything. If you're gonna go to the gym today, hope you'll get an amazing pump. And don't forget, guys, stay relentless, never give up. And there's nothing that you can do if you won't put your mind to it. Even if it's very hard, you can start with small steps. I'm pretty sure you can. Alright, see you in the next video, guys. Bye.
One is the loneliest number that you'll ever do. Two can be as bad as one. It's the loneliest number since the number one.